Now, reports today in The Australian and a lot of political chatter about the fact that David Littleproud, the leader of the Nats, is facing a bit of a party revolt, essentially because he hasn't got anything out of the coalition for the Nationals' agreeance to go along with net zero by 2050. Littleproud himself says there's no problem. Here he is.
We get to determination when all the facts are put to the party room and we make a determination in the majority. And that's how we operate. So there's no revolt.
Let's go to the Nationals MP for Mallee in Victoria. Anne Webster joins us from Mildura. Anne, is there a revolt or not?
I have to totally agree with David Littleproud. There is no revolt. It's great to be with you, Chris. The Nats party room, in my view and my experience of the last 4 years, is one of the most democratic. We have robust discussions and we come to a majority agreement on the directions that we take, including heading towards nuclear.
Yeah, well, great. Nuclear would be great, but you agreed to go with net zero. You don't like net zero, but you extracted a big price under the coalition in government, all these promises for the Nats, spending in the regions. Wouldn't it be better, rather than trying to extract those price, if you like, those payoffs from your coalition partner, wouldn't it be better to stick to your druthers and just oppose net zero, because the country can't do it and certainly can't afford it?
Well, I'll tell you my own experience in my electorate. We have 64% of my electorate. This is a 4,000 person survey that I've recently done. 64% are supportive of nuclear. We have currently coming across almost my entire electorate transmission lines that have no social licence and are deeply upsetting to farmers and to communities where prime agricultural farmland is actually under threat, and an incredibly poor consultation process by Labor, who are driving an agenda which is, let's face it, a political agenda to achieve 43% by 2030. That was never...
Agree with you, Anne, but does this mean that the coalition should actually step away from net zero by 2050?
Well, look, I agree with David. These are decisions that the party room will come to. We've had robust discussions before the last election. We will continue to have robust discussions and an agreement that is sought by the leaders, as in David and with Peter, and they'll come to some agreement as we get closer to an election. We're 1 year into a really bad Labor government.
Yes, OK. We're going to have to leave it there, Anne. Thanks very much. We'll get you back on and have a longer chat about this later on. Anne Webster there in Mildura. We had trouble getting that signal to her, which is why we've had to truncate the interview.